It is time for another theme park coasting top 10 video where we count down the top 10 rides and attractions at theme parks all around the world. So join me today as we count down the top 10 rides at Lagoon. Starting off at number 10 we have Bombora, and no matter whether you are looking for a fun family coaster or just want another cred to add to the collection, then this is the ride for you. Named after the Australian term submerged reef, once boarded the very, let's just say, fishy car, you will race around lots of twists, turns and airtime hills in some of the most beautiful landscapes. Nevertheless, what I particularly love about this roller coaster is that whilst you do all of that, with the addition of onboard speakers, you'll be able to listen and sing along to one of 6 songs, making the rider experience 10 times better, and one which will never be forgotten. Get your sick bags ready guys, as for our number 9 position, we are about to take the word dizziness to the next level on Air Race. However, before we do begin to talk about the ride itself, I do just want to mention that this type of attraction is very, and I mean very, common from around the world. So if you are heading to the park soon, we'd recommend trying the more unique rides first before heading onto this one. Yet if you do decide to go on this ride, you will definitely not be disappointed, with in a nutshell you and 3 other thrill seekers boarding a plane that will both spin upside down in addition to spinning around, and you do not need to be a rocket scientist to know that that is intense. Are you heading to Lagoon on a nice hot Utah day? Well, if so, you must take a ride on our number 8 position Cliffhanger, because it brings the thrills to the water attractions. Now for starters, this is not your normal top spin, as instead of being one of those common ones gondola version by Huss, this mondial version of the ride features 2 rows on separate gondolas, which is weird but at the same time really cool when you see each other. However, for me, the standout parts of this ride has to be both the theming as well as the water effects, as these makes the ride not only unique from the rest, but a ride which I would highly recommend for the thrill seekers out there. For our number 7 spot on our top 10 list, things are starting to turn a little bit intense, as we have Samurai, and similar to the one which actually has the exact same name in my home park of Thorpe Park, trust me when I say this is not for the faint of heart. If you do choose to brave this extreme thrill level attraction though, hold on tight, because on this ride you will basically sit on a car that will spin on a central hub, which will then also spin on an arm which, believe it or not, will spin whilst racing up and down. So the question is, can you brave this 90 seconds of spinning, or would you rather watch it from ground level like myself? It is time for our first looping roller coaster, as for our number 6 position we are going to take a trip onto Jetstar 2. Currently, as of 2022, there are only 3 of these Schwarzkopf roller coasters in the world, and from the second you set off on this very unique attraction, you will be able to see why. To begin, I have to talk about this so-called lift hill, as I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this, although it does not stop there, as it is followed by some very sharp turns, drops and whatever that is, causing even the biggest adrenaline junkie in the group to let out a little scream. So what are you waiting for? Head on to this retro coaster on your next visit. Top 5, and coming in for this position we have Roller Coaster, the ride which should not only win an award for the most creative name, but also should be done on every single visit. Opening over 100 years ago in 1921, this ride has definitely been enjoyed by a fair few guests, but still to this very day this coaster does not disappoint at all. Of course, you will not get the wacky loops or awesome turns on such newer coasters as Iron Quasi, but instead a really enjoyable classic layout which may be a little rough sometimes, but with the new GCI 2018 trains, and for all of those reasons, this roller coaster is easily at the number 5 position. Next up on our list, we're going to take a ride on Colossus the Fire Dragon, and I do not want to keep dragging on and on and on about this ride, but it is really fun. Okay, that was a horrendous joke, yet this ride sure isn't, with it being another Schwarzkopf coaster, this time though a normal roller coaster. Once boarded the car, which over here on Theme Park Coasting we would recommend the back for the best experience. You will rise 1.5 times the height of roller coaster before completing a 65-foot drop and 2 loops. Therefore, in my eyes, despite it not having the greatest theming, this award-winning ride should be tried. If you are scared of heights, then skip to number 2, as for our number 3 position we have Rocket, and the name does not lie. Standing at a total of 200 feet, already I know that some of you be like, no way Jose, but it just gets better because you will get the opportunity to choose between 2 towers. Rocket Blast Off, which will accelerate you from ground level to then be blasted back down again, providing 5 Gs in addition to some amazing airtime moments, or Rocket Re-Entry, where you are slowly raised to the top before being blasted downwards. Once again providing some amazing airtime moments, but comment down below, which one would you choose? Between number 2 and number 1 it was tough, however after a lot of consideration we have decided to put Wicked at number 2 because it's really wicked. Now this roller coaster may look similar to your Gerstlauer Eurofighters, but in fact it is made by Sierra and I actually prefer it. Some of the elements that you will complete on this ride though includes an awesome unique 90-degree launch, which for me instantly puts it in the top 3, although it is no way near over yet, as after you are whipped over the top there is everything from airtime hills to overbank turns to even 0G rolls and everything else that you can imagine. So no matter how old you are or whether you are a theme park enthusiast or not, give this roller coaster a go, as I promise you, you will not be disappointed. We have made it to the number 1 spot, and for the best ride at Lagoon we have Cannibal. And where do I start when talking about this ride? Well, for starters, it is quite hard to miss it, with it having a giant cardboard box structure surrounded in the beautiful Utah hills. But this is more than just a cardboard box, as spoiler alert, within the cardboard box you will rise up on a lift to then be revealed to the world at a 208-foot height, and that experience will never be forgotten. This is then closely followed, and brace yourself, a 116-degree vertical drop in aluminum, dive loop, overbank curve, lagoon roll and a 450-degree helix. So if that does not make you want to ride, I honestly do not know what will. Maybe the fact that you do all of this with a lap bar, and I think you can probably tell now why in my opinion this is the best ride at Lagoon. That is it from our top 10 video today. Of course you will have your own opinions and we would love to see them in the comment section below. Also, if you have enjoyed the video, at the top we have got 2 videos that we know you would love, and at the bottom there is our Patreon as well as subscribe button. But with all that said, there is only one thing left to say. My name is Tom Derrick from Theme Park Coasting, and I will see you for our next video. Goodbye.